Hello, and thanks for joining us for Talkin' Ish, the show where the Scene Shop comedy writers hash over the latest news of Decaturish. I am your host, Jim Hodgson. Hey, we're not talking journalism here, folks. We're talking ish. All right, let's get started. The Kimball House has disciplined its employees after a photo surfaced on Nextdoor of a dead rabbit nailed to a pole. The employees involved have been disciplined, and their corpses will be on display all week, rabbit style. A restaurant owner suggests that the rabbit may have been killed by an owl or a hawk. We're baffled how those birds learned to use a hammer. Listen, folks, if you want to go farm to table, sometimes you got to go balls to the wall. If you've never at least contemplated, if not committed, ritualistic harm against a herbivore, then you are not running a garden. They don't eat the weeds, guys. They eat the good stuff. You show me a deer in my yard, and I'll show you the last half of Apocalypse Now. The tropical storm Zeta moved through the Decatur area this week. Personally, I feel bad for the trees who thought that they would make it to their death by global warming. And speaking of things that fell over, Eastview Cemetery plans to host a grave affair on October 31st, a fundraiser for neighbors to enjoy ghost stories, old and new. That's right, Timmy. Right here in these very woods, on that dark night, your dad went into Starbucks without a mask. And we had to read Uncle Billy's garbage racist tweets. Tucker City Council, at its October 13th meeting, passed 3 ordinances required by the state, which will affect residents who experience flooding, sinkholes, and other water-related issues. Now, please note, if you are a global leader with a Russian documentary about your water preferences, you are on your own. Now listen up, Tucker City Council. You can take my sinkhole when you pry it from my cold, dead hands. That there's home defense. Ain't nobody coming on my property and looking in my holes. This ain't no real estate colonoscopy. A sinkhole hell. Out in Wyoming, they call that a hot spring. Of course, Tucker has some of the metro area's most compelling sinkholes. One even had a Facebook group, which was ironic, given that Facebook is itself a sinkhole. Hey, thanks for joining us for this test run of Talkin' Ish. We hope you liked it. For real news, check with real journalists. We are the Scene Shop.